Had a feeling you were behind this.
Not so fast, my royal enemy. You just hypnotized yourself, Boreas. Now you will do whatever I tell you to.
Yes, Skeletor.
What's up guys, it's BT here and welcome to my new keyboard build, what I am calling the Skeletor build. Now this is based off of the new Kbd67 Mark II, the GMK Skeletor set, and the purple Zelios V2s 62 grams. Now I tried to keep everything purple, trying to keep that purple theme. And with this build, I really had to confront some of my insecurities and some of my fears, okay? Sometimes, you know what they say, you just gotta face your fears. And my fear was soldering. So this is the first keyboard that I have ever soldered in my entire life. So you guys are gonna see my first solder ever with this board. And I think it actually came out really nicely. It's not as hard as you might think. I guess the hardest part of soldering is swallowing the pill that you guys spend like 100 to 150 bucks to get the machinery and all this stuff needed. All in all, this build cost me around 600 plus. I don't even want to calculate past 600, so I'm just gonna leave it at 600, probably more with all the lube, the cables and everything. Let's not talk about it. So this is not going to be a full build video because I just did one recently, so that'd be like beating a dead horse. But I did want to show you guys some of the steps that I took and then a little bit of information and backstory about how I put this keyboard together, and hopefully give you guys some inspiration to build one of your own. So KBD fans recently had a drop of this 67 Mark II, and I was able to pick one up. It was like on a Sunday morning. They only had about 200 boards. So the cool thing about the KBD Fan 67 Mark II is that they're gonna give you everything that you need to build your keyboard. They're gonna give you a 65% PCB, the best keyboard layout on the planet. Don't at me. Now you're gonna wanna test this with Switch Hitter in your computer. Just hit those contacts with some tweezers to make sure everything is working. Luckily mine was. They're also gonna give you the aluminum case. Now I went with purple. Originally I was gonna do rose gold, but at the last moment I wanted to challenge myself and I went with the purple aluminum case. It's nice and shiny, has a great weight to it, especially with that brass plate that they have on the back side of the keyboard. And then in the inside they actually gave you a brass plate as well for your switches. They're also going to come with stabilizers as well, which I clipped and lubed. They also come with some keyboard feet, although this does have a very nice slant as well. You don't want that aluminum rubbing against your desk, scratching up your desk. So the keyboard feet actually feel really nice on this keyboard as well. And I do want to mention they do have a lot of other colors from gray, black, and things like that, but I just want to be different. I want to get this one because I actually saw people hating on the purple aluminum case. I was like, man, just step back, let me handle this. Let me show you guys what you can do with the purple keyboard. Now they do give you an option to order some keyboard switches as well if that's what you need, but luckily I had some Zelios V2 62 grams laying around for use, and luckily this is purple, so I want to keep the whole theme of the keyboard purple. So purple switches, purple keycaps, purple case. Now I lubed them with some 3203 Tribosis lube, and I actually used a 50 switch lube station this time, and this cut my switch lubing time in half, and I highly recommend it. It's about 14 or 15 bucks. It's priceless. It's literally priceless because you're gonna save so much time with this thing. So once I had the stabilizers band-aided, lubed, and clipped, I put them onto the PCB, and then I tested it with the brass plate and a few switches to make sure everything was smooth. You wanna do this before you solder, because if you solder it, you're gonna have to desolder, go back and do everything all over again, and it's just a pain. You don't wanna do that. So save yourself some heartache and just do everything, test it first before you go on to the next steps. So this is my first time soldering. I think the hardest part of soldering was actually swallowing the pill that you need to spend like 100 bucks or 150 bucks to get everything that you need for the station, for the solder, for the fan, because you don't want to be sucking up and breathing in those dangerous fumes from melting the solder. So there's that. But overall, I think soldering was actually pretty simple. Now this isn't going to be a guide because I don't want to be responsible for you guys burning yourselves, but for me, I just used 475 degrees, just melted it around the pins, and I was done. So I had to do this for all of the key switches. Before you actually finish and screw this into your case, go back to the switch header, plug it into your computer, make sure all the switches are firing off, make sure none of your pins are broken or bent or anything like that. Make sure everything is good before we screw everything in. From there, that was the hardest part. We just put everything back in, and then we are gonna screw everything back down into the keyboard. So this time I did use the GMK configure. They have directions on their site to do it. For me, I just put the volume keys here. So I have function and the page up and page down for volume, and then I have Z, X, and C for my skipping tracks and playing music. So the case was about $220 after shipping. I got it in like 3 days, which was amazing. And the Zeo switches were about $80 to $90 with shipping. So pretty expensive for the Zeo switches. But what I've come to realize recently is that the housing and the whole build quality of the Zeo switches is just on another level compared to some of the other switches out there. So it's kind of worth paying that premium price. So next up, let's talk about the keycaps, the GMK Skeletor keycaps. Now, I bought the last set on originativecode.com. Now, we were just on stream one night and we were looking around at some switches, some keyboards, some keycaps, and I came across the Skeletor and they had it in stock. So I ordered it the next day after I got my Kbd67 Mark II. Turns out I got the last keycap set. Oh my God. Now, they were a little bit expensive. I'm not gonna lie to you. They were about $180. Oh, whew, that hurts. Almost as much as the keyboard case itself, but these are hard to come by set. I think I was looking on Mech Market. These are actually going for about $300 for a set. So I really lucked out in the grand scheme of things in terms of price. But what I love about it is that it has, of course, the purple colorway. It's got the green and it's got the yellow keycap for the escape. I really love the accents on this keyboard. It matches everything aesthetically. So these are ABS. I know a lot of you guys out there will be like, oh, well, BT, they're ABS, they're not PBT, man. They're gonna get that shine. Well, guys, nah, These aren't just your ordinary ABS keycaps, okay? GMK is on another level. They're actually considered one of the best and most durable keycaps on the market. Now, they will shine after a while like anything else, but they do hold up really nicely. I mean, my Mito laser, I used the crap out of those and they still feel like the day that I got them. So last off, let's talk about the cable. Now, the cable is from Space Cables. It's a coiled aviator cable. This thing looks absolutely sick with the keyboard. Now, originally I got this cable for my Mito laser keycap set, but it works so well with the purple of the Skeletor keycap set and the KBD fans case that I didn't need to order another cable. These are my go-to cable makers. Once I saw the quality of their cables, the quality of their coils, everything just works, and I've been abusing them, and these things have not stopped working. Whereas some of the other cables that I've bought in the past, they've actually failed on me. Then I'm out of $60, $70. So shout out to Space Cables for sending me the cable. They're gonna be having a drop sometime soon, and if they don't, let's riot, okay? Oh yeah, we're forgetting something. The sound test. Let's drop that thing right about now. Oh yeah. This thing is a sexy beast. This is the purple monster. This thing is absolutely sick. I am so happy with this build. It turned out better than I ever could have imagined. I highly recommend the Kbd67 Mark II. It's just a phenomenal board for the price. If you're looking into getting into building a keyboard and you don't want to buy everything separately, this has everything in a kit ready to go, and you just buy it. One-stop shop. You're done. All right, guys, if you guys have any more questions about this keyboard, let me know down in the comments below. Or if you have a Kbd67 Mark II, let me know as well. It has been your boy BT. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
You silver-tongued devil.